going on, guys? So in this video I wanted to cover 7-Eleven as comprehensively as I can. It's a hugely popular convenience store in Taiwan. Taiwan is all about convenience, so I wanted to get into this and talk about what you can expect to be able to get from a 7-Eleven in Taiwan. I interview a store clerk at one of the 7-Elevens and we talk about the price differences between goods and what kind of good at 7-Eleven would be your best option if you're trying to save money, for example, but you still need to eat. The first categorization that we're going to cover as we go into 7-Eleven here is the bread section, right? So this section is actually a lot more varied than I thought it might be. The kind of bread products that are served here can be quite salty, they can be sweet, they can range from things like honey and lemon waffles to Parmesan cheesecakes. They serve pastries, rolls, buns. I even saw bagels. So they have their sweet pastries, which are like, you know, your chocolate and fruit-based pastries with different kinds of fillings. And some of the products are actually like meat-based, I guess. They have like certain kind of meat flavors to them, like the seaweed pork bread near one of the bottom rows of this section that we're looking at. So at the very bottom, I saw that they had some white bread. Seemed like it was like milk-based, I guess. Whatever, and then of course buns, they had cupcakes, there were even some pre-made jelly sandwiches in there, and also of course just jam by itself being sold, peanut butter spread, which is actually Skippy, so that may or may not be imported. So the next category we're looking at are, I guess, sweets in this case. We're going into gummies and chocolates and things. What I noticed from the start was that there were a lot of fruit-based gummies. Some of the flavors were cantaloupe, pineapple, mango. I remember seeing Skittles in there, and they also had High Chew products, if you guys are familiar with that. And then they also had lemon gummies as another example. So I think you get the point, lots of variety as far as that's concerned. Next is the chocolates. So we start out with like the Hershey's Kisses, which I was surprised that they had. I saw a couple packs of like these bite-sized chocolate bits coming out of bags titled Libera, I think it is. Could be saying it wrong. I think looks like it's a Japanese product. And that's the thing, there are a lot of products imported from Japan, Korea, America. Those kinds of products are by default just going to be a little bit more expensive, but we'll cover that later in the video. For now, yeah, I saw Snickers. There were some dark chocolate covered almonds with also different kinds of chocolate bars mixed in there. And then I saw Maltesers, so that was interesting. So a surprising amount of chocolate at this place, so that was cool, I guess. Next we're going on to gum and mints. So I noticed Airwaves. It seems to be a pretty popular product out here. I just, you know, I notice it pretty much at every store I go to when I see like the gum section. I always see Airwaves as being a large majority of the section. First thing we see here is Airwaves, Eclipse, we see Mentos. They had double mint, extra, and more High Chew at the bottom. Also, I saw a couple more chocolate products. Looked like there were some chocolate covered raisins and almonds. As we noticed before, there was a product I noticed called Meiji. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's like Meiji or something. I don't know. It's just like a dark chocolate or you know, milk chocolate kind of chocolate bar. From there we go on to the coffee and tea products. I noticed actually a few products were from Quaker. Quite a few actually, so that was kind of cool, pretty recognizable there. Yeah, there were tons of different kinds of herbal teas here, so I was pretty impressed with that. And I guess it makes sense, you know, it's just part of the culture. And then I noticed just like these 4 lined up, I guess they're like juices or something, where they had listed, I guess, their purpose for, you know, when you drink them. So one was in regards to getting your energy back, one was for vitamins, another from minerals, and one for beauty, whatever that means. So I've never heard of this brand, but I guess it seems like you know, a health-based type thing, so that's good, I guess, if you want to get into that. I noticed that they actually had a few vitamins, so it's not a pharmacy, but they have certain pills like complex V vitamins, they have vitamin C, I believe, and a few other things. Then I noticed at the bottom of this shelf that I was looking at that they had, you know, there was some Lipton tea, and then just more sweets, it looked like, more chocolate-based stuff. They had Pockies there, and then at the bottom I noticed there were like these nutrition crackers, is what they were called. You know, maybe they're, I guess, fortified with certain nutrients that could help you out if you're deficient in something. I don't know. I assume that's their purpose. Yeah, so there were a couple like cookies, crackers, and wafers at the bottom. I noticed that there were some French milk cookies, some cream crackers, wholemeal cream crackers, chocolate cream wafers, peanut cream wafers, and this product called super corn. So that was interesting. It looks like it's just like a little stick that you eat and it probably tastes similar to corn, or maybe it has similar nutrients. On the next shelf that I looked at, there were some dried strawberries, and I think they have more dried fruits depending on which 7-Eleven you go to, because I'm pretty sure that 7-Elevens vary a little bit as you go throughout Taiwan, so keep that in mind. And then also I saw a few more nuts, chocolate covered or just plain, specifically cashews, pistachios. I believe I saw walnuts in there, and then there were just like, you know, mixed nuts in bags by themselves, and plenty of meat-based ramens. You know, there were like these pre-made ramen packages, so you just get your hot water out and make it, and you know, one of those quick meals, as you should expect from a 7-Eleven just in general. But make no mistake, they are here in Taiwan and plentiful at that. So I also noticed there was some alcohol on one of the bottom shelves at this store. I guess maybe vodka, liquor, and it looked like there was some red wine. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty bad with alcohol brands because I don't really drink that much, if at all really. So that's the thing to keep in mind on my part. Now I like the next part of this because we get to see some of the products that you should expect in Taiwan, knowing the weather. They were selling umbrellas, of course, and then it looked like there were like little raincoats being sold in these packages, probably just ponchos. They were called raincoats, but yeah, I just think it's ponchos probably. By the end of this, I remember seeing that they were selling socks as well, so that was something that you could probably take into account, because, you know, your socks will probably get all soaked and stuff if you were wearing shoes and socks or whatever as you went out. They were also selling toilet paper and I think paper towels in the mix, so that was good, all Kleenex based stuff. So they were selling power banks and, you know, wireless headsets for your car, basically like, you know, Bluetooth headset things. Of course, the AC adapter to USB, the little brick things that you get when you, I guess, like get those to charge your phone or whatever, so those were there. They had micro USB to USB, and then lightning port to USB, so iPhone chargers, and then a few more power banks, and I think I saw like a 64 gig flash drive, so that could be pretty useful. Car chargers and headphones and stuff like that. So plenty of stuff. If maybe, for example, you lose your headphones or your phone easily runs out of battery or something, then you could either, you know, get new headphones or get a power bank, you know, so that's cool. I also noticed they had tons of newspapers, so you could catch up on relevant news out in Taiwan if that's your way of doing it. Also like notebook paper and stuff like that, so if you're going to school or something. They had face masks, so that was really cool. Plenty of sunscreen, so that's, you know, pretty reasonable. So if you need sunscreen, 7-Eleven's the place to go, in the most convenient sense anyways. There was like, I don't know, toiletries, so like, you know, you had your toothbrush, toothpaste, razors for shaving. They had moisturizers, mouthwash, looks like Q-tips, those mini like plastic floss things that, you know, help you floss a little bit easier. They had Band-Aids, first aid kits, already made, I guess, just, you know, quick and to go. Disposable cups and bowls, straws, I believe chopsticks. I think even saran wrap was in there. Plenty of cooking supplies as far as that's concerned. Maybe not like pots and pans or anything, but you know, that was there. And then they also had dog food, so I was like, dog food, damn. So plenty of cleaning supplies as well. They had like their tabletop cleaners, their window cleaners. I noticed that there was like Raid, you know, so bug spray and stuff like that. I saw some Dove shampoo and conditioner. Again, more moisturizers. Now going right back into the junk food, we got just a bunch of chips here. Pringles, they have some imported stuff, Doritos, Lay's. Looks like at the bottom they had like Japanese stuff, maybe Korean, and just of course, you know, Taiwanese products. So lots of different stuff and plenty of imported goods, even from Mexico it looks like. As I was filming this section, I had a native Taiwanese woman just come up to me and she was telling me about how on this section there are these really good tasting salty yolk cookies I personally can't eat them because I'm allergic to egg. I didn't tell her that. I just said, oh, cool, that's awesome. So, you know, because I could recommend it to you guys. So that's something I guess is a safe bet according to that woman. So I went through this next one quickly. They had just tons of different kinds of batteries. That's really good. There was a little section there for that. Duracell and Panasonic, whatever you need is pretty much just there. You know, AA, AAA, your typical stuff. Now there are also some preheated goods that are just pretty much being cooked when you walk in. It looked like they had a pot of, I guess those are hard-boiled eggs. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. They also had hot dogs with hot dog buns. All right, what's up guys? So I'm talking to one of the people up front, and she's gonna help me describe what 7-Eleven is all about. 谢谢你帮我。所以你觉得台湾的 7-Eleven 怎么样？
店员态度都很好，就是都会帮大家去找他要的东西。客人也很好，有一点忙。
对对，你觉得7-Eleven 的东西贵不贵？
有一点。
有一点。
对，有的还好，面包那些都还可以。
哦，面包。
对。
好。
就像那些外国的东西会比较贵。
哦 ，OK， 哦，对对。
有的日本来的，有的是韩国来的。
OK， 好。在这里有什么？
那个是咖啡。
咖啡。
对，我们现泡的咖啡。
香烟。香烟。谢谢你。Into the refrigerated section here, there were tons of different kinds of like soups, again more like noodle based products that were pre-made. I saw that they had a couple of fruit cups, so that was awesome, something I'll probably indulge in later. There were like these, looked like these seaweed triangle things. If you guys can enlighten me on what those things are, I'd love to know because I have no idea. I also noticed this little rice an egg thing that was contained in plastic, so maybe that's good tasting. They also had bananas, of course, can't go without bananas. They had a couple sushi options for you to choose from, pre-made of course. And speaking of pre-made, there were plenty of like basically TV dinners, I guess, you know, Taiwanese style. A lot of meat and like noodle, you know, rice-based dishes. So that's good if you need something quick. There was actually a little bit of like a spaghetti selection, watermelon in cups, that was cool. There were custards and cakes, apples packaged, prepackaged. There were salads, plenty of breakfast sandwiches, different kinds of milk. So they had soy milk and just, you know, of course, regular milk. You had your juices, yogurts, cafe lattes, you know, coffee-based drinks, tea, drinks, plenty of beers at the end. As for the non-refrigerated drinks that I noticed, you know, there were some fruit-based soft drinks, ciders, lemon teas, and milk teas. I even noticed that they had sparkling water. Near the bottom of this shelf, there were some pastries. I noticed some onion rings. Those are pizza chips, I assume, and then some Korean stuff. So plenty of stuff there. Also, I went through this next part with the drinks quite fast because I didn't want to have to, you know, let all the cold out from the refrigerator as I was recording, you know, because I was doing it quite slow up until this point. In the refrigerator, from what I noticed, you know, they had their tea-based drinks, they had some sodas, fruit-based drinks, plenty of water to choose from. I think the largest container of water was about 2,500 milliliters. Pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I couldn't find the amount there. Not a crazy amount, but you know, definitely not that bad, if you ask me. So at the end here, they had some frozen meats, a couple frozen veggies and like noodles and stuff. I also noticed they had like frozen donuts in the back of this fridge. I think that was the only one I could find, so I don't know if like some customer just like left it there or something. And then getting lower here, we have just a bunch of different kinds of ice creams, including Haagen-Dazs at the bottom, so that was cool. I also noticed, you know, more noodle-based like frozen dishes here. They had some ice that you could pick up if you need ice for whatever reason. One of those frozen like TV dinner things there I was told was actually like vegetarian, but I guess potentially vegan, I'm not sure. I tried it myself today, and so, you know, from there we also get to see that they had plenty of energy drinks. They had Red Bull, Monster, plenty of soda if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, so they also had tape, pens, nail clippers, looks like They had some glue, notepads. They had some cleaning solution, it looked like, so that was good. More cleaning supplies from before. And, you know, they had condoms, so, you know, safe sex, everyone. And then they also had some, you know, female hygiene type stuff, you know what I'm talking about. And this is also where they had those socks I was talking about, so just like one pair per package, it looks like. Then I also saw some underwear, so that's another thing, 4 per package. Also at 7-Elevens, they have ATMs, microwaves. You just ask a store clerk to cook food for you. In this video you can see an example. They have, it looks like scanning and copying machines, so that's good. And I've also been told that 7-Elevens can double up as like a post office. So if you need some kind of a package delivered to you in some way, maybe from an online store, then you can have it delivered to your nearest 7-Eleven and then just pick it up whenever. Yeah, so that should be it, guys. I hope I didn't drone on too much, and I hope this was like fairly informative for all you guys out there, even if you've been in Taiwan for like a little bit of time. I tried to cover as much as I could, despite being so new to Taiwan. That should do it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. All right.